with introducing the word maverick, to me that kind of means a person that's willing to set themselves apart from the rest of the pack, like I said before, a real type A personality. And I'll tie it back to the people my friends and people I know have gone through commercial flight school. It's very hard to break into and get immediately flying out of a place like a commercial flight school in the civilian sense. Very few people immediately get the job that they really want. But I see that a few do, the majority don't. And the few do's are what I call the commercial flight mavericks. And these are people who are willing to set themselves above the rest, and they're looking and constantly striving to see what puts them ahead of the rest of the pack, where 100 people will apply, the odds seem overwhelming, but what would make me more attractive than the rest? And it can be things like learning a second language and be willing to participate in that, where others would say, maybe you'd give me a job in Sycamore instead of Quebec because they don't want to learn French, something like that. Or just the people that are willing to connect and constantly be searching. There's an online resource for commercial pilots fresh out of flight school. It's called AV Canada. It's this big thing in the commercial world. And I know some people would check AV Canada on a weekly to a bi-weekly basis. But I have one friend that got into the right seat of a Pilatus PC-12, which is a really good entry position out of flight school. This is basically a small executive jet with a propeller. That's the job you want, is to be an first officer on a small executive jet. That's the highest hopes basically out of commercial flight school that you can get in Canada. And the way he did this was nonstop, relentlessly pursuing contacts on AV Canada, going after people on forums, constantly looking for new openings, and always being the first one to apply for a new position. That kind of activity doesn't go unnoticed on a board like that on the internet, and people will notice your ambition. And he was picked up quickly after commercial flight school after a month, because he was on there twice a day, once in the morning and the afternoon, and would constantly be writing, constantly making connections within the community. And someone that's willing to go that distance to get an entry-level position, that's what impresses people. So and that's what I kind of tie into the word maverick, and that's what sets him apart from all the rest of the applicants.